Going on, you guys? Hello, hello, hello. So, wait a minute. Let me start that over. Wake up. It doesn't matter when you watch this. We're talking about internally waking up. Be obsessed. Own it. What's up, you guys? Hey, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? Let me know where you're listening from, even on the replay. Take the risk you deeply desire. Indulge in the random things you dreamt of as a child. Do the things you know that no one else has done before. Love someone with all your heart when you just want to give love. Listen. Oh, wake up. Let's go. Believe. Surrender. Get obsessed. Own it, own it. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Believe, believe. Surrender. Get obsessed. Own it, own it. That's a formula. We're going to talk about that today. Commit to wearing your soul on the outside. I dare you. Yeah, I dare you. Let's go. What's up, you guys? Let me know where you're listening from. Chi-Town in the building. Thank you, guys. I slept on this. Thank y'all. Good morning. Hello, Henry. What's going on? Hey, everybody. Listen, it's a formula. Check it out. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Believe, believe, surrender. Oh, get obsessed. Own it, own it. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Oh, surrender. Get obsessed. Own it, own it. New York. It's not just about the bliss. It's also hey, guys. Decisions. It's about doing Jacksonville. Thank you, YMB. Oh. It's about walking in the opposite direction where hey, y'all. Putting some relationships on the line, sitting there and crying because you have no other way to process the emotion. It's about overriding what ATL in the building. Not to feel guilty when your decisions affect other people. It's about being brave. Walk away from what no longer suits you. Okay. Houston in the house. Wake up, wake up. Type wake up in the comments if you are waking up to your dreams and your truest desires. Your truest desires. Wake up. Woo. This is my song, y'all. Oh, own it, own it. Listen to your soul. Listen to your soul. Own it, own it. Oh, Vegas in the building. Woo! Baltimore, be more. Hey, hey. Oh. Step up and own it. Let me tell y'all why I typically don't wear dresses on stage. Because I like to, pop like and drop it. And, you got to be a lady in a dress, honey. I got to be on stage in some pants, okay? Because I just be turning into I be trying to jam. And I ain't got time to be being a lady, to that capacity. I love being a lady, let's be clear. But when I'm on stage, I be like, I need to put some pants on because I be done tried to do the splits or something. Forgot where I was at. Hello, good morning. Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Lakeisha Michelle. Thank you so much for watching. This is Good Tea for Life, where we're going to literally just talk about the good things that fuel our soul, that push our life forward, that make us successful. All right. So listen, wake up, surrender. Whew, new hashtag. Yes. It's a formula. We literally made this. We made this album to make sure that you are cellularly learning the formula to receiving the things that you desire. And so today's topic is, the song was so appropriate because today's topic is manifesting sideways. Manifesting sideways. Manifesting sideways. What does that make you think when you hear that? Manifesting sideways. Hello, Sam. What's up, YMB? MZ Mac, you won a song yesterday. Congrats. Askin Designs, I think that's what your name is. Henry. Hi, guys. What's going on Instagram? What do you think that means, manifesting sideways? Listen, I started thinking, and I've been having some conversations with people that I love, and everybody's talking about, achieving their goals. And really, it's that time of the year where you start reassessing and, getting ready to go into 2020. And, if you know me, like y'all know, I don't like to wait until if it's something I want, I'm setting a plan and I'm going towards it like now, because all I actually have is right now. Like the future is just the future. So now is what I have. And so I want to talk about those things and write those things down and then to work towards it, right? So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Are you guys ready for the thing? Type the thing if you're ready. Oh, by the way, if you're watching me and you're new, we communicate. It's not just me running my mouth. I need y'all to talk to me because I'm weird like that. I was the little girl that always talked to people in the mirror and they never talk back. So now that I get to talk to y'all and it's kind of like a mirror because I can see myself, I'm gonna need y'all to talk back so I don't feel as like, so I can see that this is real life. It's just not me talking to myself again. It's not me talking to myself again. Reigning woman, what's happening? Welcome back. She says, morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Kareem, what's happening? She says, the thing. Yes. MZ says, manifesting sideways. Okay, let me tell y'all what that means. So it came to me because I was talking to, it's just the goal setting time. And it's like, everybody's in the, how many of you guys are excited about setting new goals? Like, it doesn't matter if you decide that you want to do them in 2020, whatever. But you're setting your goals for what you're going to do in the next coming year. How many of you guys are excited about that? Heart it up, like it up. Also, please share the stream. Don't grow alone. It sucks when you start getting all this mental clarity and you're growing. And then the people that you love, you left them out. And so now y'all can't be friends with them. I'm just saying, don't do that. Hey, Philip. Josette says the thing. Tamara says the thing. Rakia says the thing. Pamela says the thing. Yes. So here's the thing. Here is the thing, honey. MZ says, I'm excited. Good. Stay excited. Keep on fire. Here's the thing. I was thinking about some things that I have accomplished in my life. And I literally, like when I like to think about where I was mentally and what was the thing that made me change? What changed like, how did these things begin to shift? And so I like to always remember those things. In the Bible, there's always moments where people would win a war or something amazing would happen. A victorious moment would happen and they would like set a rock down, some big rock, right? And they'd be like, this is the day. Everybody, kids gonna know that we slayed this here, okay? So we're gonna set this thing up. It's a monumental, it's like it's in memory of this moment. And I do believe that there's power in going back and saying, God, I thank you for what I've overcome. And there's also power in going back and understanding what was my mindset during that time? What were my strengths? What were my weaknesses? Because that's wisdom. Wisdom, we talk about wisdom all the time here on Good Tea. And I will never not talk about it. And I will never not keep trying. And just, I'm human. One of my songs that says, Regan says, it's okay to be human, wildly human. What that means is that it's okay to mess up. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna think human thoughts, which is fear. Human thoughts are all the things that, whatever. You're gonna be human. Okay. But understanding that you should feel that shift that's happening inside of you that says, I want more. It's time for more. I'm ready for more. I am more. I have a new standard, right? My desires are they're screaming from my soul and it's time for me to answer them. And so out of the conversations that I've been having, one thing that I know for sure is you guys, a lot of people, like y'all know I love God. I love Jesus. I'm a Jesus freak. I ain't religious. I'm super spiritual, but listen, I don't want to do life without God, right? And so along the journey of spirituality for me in my life, when I first was introduced to now, what I realized is that so many people that I love, they're just falling by the wayside because we can get so used to quoting things. We can get so used to just blurting out stuff, from the Bible or from somebody that you admire. It don't matter. Buddha or whoever you follow, right? What you get so used to quoting these things, and then when it's time to put up, it's like you act like it's out of your power. And I'll speak for myself and how I was raised. We would always be taught to really just kind of be like, if it's God's will, right? And yes, that is true. I do believe that it is if it's God's will. But you got to give a plan. And then the surrendering is if it's God's will. You still have to be moving on the plan that you've written out. Write the vision, make it plain. Your job is to still go ahead. And so what happens in religion is we get so good at legalism. What's right? What's wrong? You're right. You're wrong. You're black. You're purple. You're this. We start doing all of that stuff because that's easier and that's funner than paying attention to your desires. Those true desires that are coming to you. If it came to you and it is good, then you should be up to it. Then it's not out of your reach, but it's going to take some work and it's going to take some faith. right? And so I started to think about the things that I put on I was so at one point, when I started traveling, I started doing digital vision boards. But when I actually, because I was traveling all the time, I was always gone. So the vision board that I had at my house, like I never really saw it, and so I was really OCD about checking it. And I was talking to a friend, and he said, man, I'm accomplishing things, and I haven't even been looking. So he inspired me, and I said, oh, let me actually set my timer to make sure I'm looking at it every single day, because he's absolutely right. We randomly were talking on the phone, and he's like, he had a whiteboard or whatever, and he was putting his goals down. And that's the same thing I was doing. I'm looking over here because like literally everything's written down. And I just know the power of writing it down. And what I know for sure is that so many people that say they love God and that we're supposed to be living this life, and we're here to be, God does not want you to be impoverished. We talked about that yesterday. You are not supposed to be broke. You are not supposed to be struggling. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. Okay. And so we are the light of the world. We are the example. And how in the world would somebody want to serve our God if we're sitting up struggling with basic things like lights and stuff like that? That don't make no sense. Like, that's not how that works. Right. So here's the thing. What we're supposed to be up to is writing down what we truly desire. What's coming to you that is good, that you desire. All that you desire is yours. It's already done. All things means all things. Now, where we get stuck is that we don't want to get it wrong. And because we're waiting on God's will, we don't want to be the fear of God. There's been this teaching of the fear of God that keeps you actually out of action. Does that make sense, you guys? Like when I was growing up, you are fearing God to me looks like I'm not going to be, stealing and sleeping with this married man and all. Like I could just go down a list of things that you could do, but I fear God enough to not make that my lifestyle, because I fear God, and God, there is something called karma, right? Like fearing God is like, I just believe that, I need to be up to what it's talking about in the Bible, which is the good, right? And so if I just focus on the good, I don't have to work. Like fear of God is living like properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, but not in a way that you freeze. Some people fear God because they don't want to get it wrong and go to hell. And so now you live in this life that you call Christian, but you're not living. You're not living. You are not living, baby. Listen, go out into the world. That means whatever your job is. If you are a musician, if you are an actor, if you're working corporate, you're supposed to be the light every single where you go. And how can you draw others if you only at church? If you only like hanging with your same people and all y'all believe in God, but y'all ain't making no faith moves. Y'all are not doing anything in your community. Like, how do you change the community? Jesus walked around with everybody. He sat at the table with everyone. He was out into the world. He changed who he was. He showed up and set the temperature in the room. So you can go out and be all that you're designed to be, and your light will speak for it. Do you know how many times I've been singing? I sing everywhere, all over the world. I could be in a nightclub, or I could be at a restaurant. People will come up to me and say, "Oh my God, your energy, your light." It's God that you see in me, and that energy and the way that I be is what attracts people. And then you're listening, and you're like, "Okay, well maybe I'm gonna try her way because what I'm doing ain't really working," and that is God working. Laurie, as Lisa Nichols says, be the thermostat. You set the temperature, okay? You don't go in the room and be like checking. That's what she say that all the time. I love that phrase. Rakia says, man, you all up in my tea today. So you have to be careful with what you're calling the fear of God. And now, if you've never done that, if you've never had that conversation, I know I have a lot of people that are definitely church folks that follow me, which is funny. But in general, I'm just telling you guys, I'm all about relationship and with God, right? And the way that I believe that there's sometimes it's been taught, your fear of God teaching is actually keeping you inactive. Does that make sense, you guys? So to me, like I said, for me, and I go do your own. Listen, never take somebody's word and just go. Because you need to have a relationship with Christ so that you can actually have discernment. And that's why we always pray for wisdom and discernment. But I do believe in my heart that you can get caught up in it being God's will and keeps you stuck and stagnant, because you don't want to make a wrong decision because you don't want to go to hell, right? So now you're like, oh my God, I don't want to go to hell. I don't want to mess up. God's going to not like me. And God, like y'all, God is not, that's human thinking. God is not conditional. And the word is like fact. It's like, boom, it don't change. And so you have to remember, even in writing the vision, making it plain, and taking action, even if you wrote the wrong vision, having a relationship with God will correct it as you move. You're going to take a step and then you're going to go, ooh, 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 it wasn't it. But then God will show you, but this is it. And that step was necessary because now that you're in this step, you can be like, oh, I remember when I made that step. And then you'll help the next person. So you can't have a fear mentality of I'm going to get it wrong. Like you can't, because that's keeping you stuck. Your existence, you're here to prove God. Like you have to be like, what in the world? Are you here to just be basic? Are you here to just survive? Are you here to thrive? Are you here to knock down strongholds? Are you here to change the trajectory of your family? If so, then it's going to require something from you, something bigger than you. You're going to have to use the desires and the imagination and move and trust that God is big enough and loves you enough and pays attention to you. So if it's the wrong move, you ain't going to fall off the step. Like, can you imagine if this was you walking? Like, listen, if you're walking like this, and here go the step, you got to know that it seems like if you're going after your goals, and then boom, right? You feel like I'm gonna fall down here. You got to know God is like literally right there, and it's like, oh, and it you got to. That's how the walk is. You're not actually falling. You're gonna be okay. You're not gonna die. This is not the wrong thing. Does that make sense, you guys? So I want to encourage you, and I want to tell you guys about manifesting sideways, but I want to encourage you that sometimes being caught up in cliche statements really are your downfall. And I say cliche lightly because I'm not saying like the word is cliche, but I'm saying like a lot of people are so used to spitting out scriptures, and it's just people that you're so used to spitting out stuff and you ain't did nothing. Because in your mind, Brian Tracy, I read this years ago, and from Brian Tracy, I don't know what book because I don't read all his books. But years ago, he said, be careful of just talking about something because you can literally trick your mind into thinking that you done did it. So many church people feel like they are already qualified to go to heaven, and that is it. I'm just here. I'm just waiting to go to glory. When the Bible says clearly you can have heaven on earth. The kingdom is here. You can actually like be popping. Do you know how rich heaven is described? The streets are gold, like, and you're going to have heaven on earth. So should I be living in a luxurious like situation? Yes. And who is it up to for that to actually come to fruition? Who is it up to for that to actually come to fruition? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. I'll wait. Don't worry. I'm going to get some cute good tea mugs. Y'all told me that last night. I'm going to get some. And I like this. So I'm just going to like duplicate this because this is real cute. And it's my favorite. I just love it. It's a vibe, honey. Hello, y'all. Right. We're human. Right. Share it on my Twitter. Thank you. Lala, what's happening? Devonna Michelle, what's happening? Chicago in the building. That makes all the sense. Amen. Yes. And me. Exactly. You. What's up, Tori? 790. It's exactly true. It's up to you. Like God gave you choice. God is not here to, the reason why God sent Jesus is why he need a human on the earth because because he's not interfering with these things. Like you have the willpower. You have been given the power to do what? And guess what? I believe that your power is to be exercised. Just like it's like you gotta tap in and you gotta exercise that faith muscle. You gotta tap in and exercise all of the power that you've been given. And what that means is that it's gonna require some sacrifice. It's gonna require some uncomfortableness. I don't know if that's a word. It's gonna require you to be doing something different. You can't be claiming like scripture stuff, but you do the same thing every week. That's crazy. Your life, you know how fast 10 years go by? Do you know how fast 20 years go by? You look up and you're like, oh, I'll keep on saying, just think about it. Everybody take a pause. What's something that you've been saying you're going to do that you haven't done yet? And you realize like, oh, but you talk about it all the time. Talk about it all the time. I'm on my way. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And what happens is secretly, I believe subconsciously, like, I think that it's like this little voice to start saying, that little voice inside of you going like this. We know. We know when you get your money, then you're going to get your house and your land. We know. We know every day. That's what the voice is telling you. We know. We know. Why hasn't it happened? Why hasn't it happened? Like, for real. And this is how you got to talk to yourself. Please believe this is how I deal with Key. This is how I deal with Key. I'm just sharing with you guys. And my point of today was like, I look at things that have happened for me. And I look at the mindset. I look at the tangible results. And so here's the topic is manifesting sideways. And let me show you. I want to show you an example and a reminder that I got today. So in 2014, it was probably 2013, actually, 2013, because 2014 I moved. So yeah, it was 2013. 2013, I made a new vision board, and I made one, and I'd been making vision boards for a while. As soon as everybody got on the vision board craze, Oprah said, do it. Your girl did it, okay? Here's what's crazy. I thought about it. My picture is even in an Oprah magazine. Like, how did I not? I forgot. Like, I need to go find it and show y'all. Like, your girl's picture is in the Oprah magazine. Like, well, that's absolutely crazy. And so I think it's funny that there's some things that I put on my vision board, and the lack of clarity manifests sideways. So what I mean sideways to me is where if I said, I love using teaching tools. Manifesting sideways looks like this. This is where I said I was going. But this is where I landed. Like, maybe that doesn't make any sense. No, let me just draw it out. Let me just draw it out. So this is what I said. Ugh. Apples sometimes. Hold on. This is what I said. That's what I mean by manifesting sideways. I said one thing. Boom. Boom. Okay, there we go. So I said one thing. Here's what I said I was going to make happen. Okay. And here's where I was. This is me. And then I was going. And then I ended up right here. Instead of right here. So like being in the Oprah magazine was on my vision board in it's probably like 2012, 2013, 2012. Yeah, because I just, this is how I know, this is how weird. I like to move a lot and live in a lot of different areas because I like to experience the cities. And like, I don't care if I lived in LA, I lived all over LA. I lived all over Dallas. I like to move around and like experience different type of living, high-rise living, house living, regular apartment. I like to live like different ways. So anyway, I know when I made stuff because I remember what house I was in. And I know what year that was because the houses are so vastly different. So anyway, I rented a house and I remember it was around 2013, 2012, 2013. I made this vision board and I said, I put my picture next to Oprah in like the Oprah magazine cover. Now, here's what's interesting. I never said what I was doing. So guess what? In 2019, I got in an Oprah magazine. My picture is there. My story is there. My book is there. But I didn't say how I wanted to be in the book. And that's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I don't even talk about, there's that part where you got to brag more. Like I'm still working on that. Right? Isn't that crazy? So I said, Oprah, I got there. Like this me, I'm here. We're on the same line. But I didn't get specific about how. But it definitely happened. It definitely happened. So in 2017, now in 2012, 2013, I said I wanted to be on the stage with Tony Robbins, right? I didn't say, I wasn't clear enough. Guess what? I got on the stage at Tony Robbins, dancing my butt off, and I talked to Tony Robbins, and it's on the Megatron. And then, so a shout out to Nikki Clue. Nikki Clue took a picture because sometimes stuff happening in life, and you're like, oh my God, this is happening, and nobody's here to see it. Like, what in the world? So what's crazy is I'm at the Tony Robbins event. I meet someone. Here's what. Now, this wasn't necessarily sideways, but I definitely could have more clarity on what I asked for. But here's what sideways looked like. I said I'm going to get in front of Tony Robbins, period. I got in front of Tony Robbins. Okay. He picked me to answer a question. And so, first of all, I met someone and they literally gave me VIP. I was more VIP than the VIP. I was so VIP. Y'all, I can't make these stories up. My life is actually pretty amazing. I can't make these stories up. And here's why I tell these stories, because y'all, the way things happen is because I be helping folks. And if you help people, then you get the hookup. Okay, so listen, I was helping somebody and then actually sung my song, and they just was like, you cool, you dope. I took a picture. They was like, oh my God, your energy's great. I was like, okay, thanks. And then they was like, oh, we should just kick it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now this person 10 times billion bigger than me. I'm like, okay, cool. So I take the number, person invites me to Tony Robbins. I'm like, wow, I'm just thinking I got a ticket, right? He's like, bring a friend. I said, okay, cool. I bring my friend, call my friend. Yo, we got to go to Tony Robbins. I'm excited because I love Tony Robbins. He's always been like a childhood, like, oh my God, my mom listened to Tony Robbins, like, oh my gosh, Tony Robbins, Tony Robbins, Tony Robbins. So I get the tickets. I didn't realize how VIP I was. I literally was sitting next to Kris Jenner, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Kylie, Kendall. Isn't that nuts, you guys? And it was so funny because me and my friend was like this. We was chilling. We in VIP. So Tony Robbins has like all these different packages. So when you go to a Tony Robbins event, people pay to be platinum and VIP at his events. So that means they're on the front row. Tony knows their names and faces. Like they're just Team Tony, and they pay like, I forgot how much a year, something crazy to just, and it ain't crazy, but they pay like a big amount of money to just be at all his stuff VIP, right? So they're at the front. Let me just show y'all where they was at. So so if this is the stage, y'all know how you go to a concert. This is the stage. Here's the VIP people. Okay. There's a little section right here. This is Kardashian. Okay. Let's just put that because everybody know the doggone Kardashians. Who was here's me. How does that happen? And then there's 10,000 people in the room. He picks me to answer a question, and my face goes on a Megatron. The Megatron, literally weeks after that event, people was coming up to me in LA saying, hey, you're the girl from the Megatron and Tony Robbins. I am. Now, here's what I thought was odd. It ain't like, I don't know why it's a big deal that I was on the Megatron, because he asked a question and I raised my hand and he picked me. So it ain't like I did nothing special. But when you have the glory on you, my darlings, you want the glory. The energy that you see on me is God, okay? And you can access it. I'm not better than you. I'm an example of what you can do and better. We can do it together. We can do greater. Greater things shall you do. Listen, how in the world did I get a seat next to Kanye? And I don't care what you think about Kanye. I like Kanye West. Call it what you want. I like the Kardashians. Call it what you want. Y'all so busy judging their lifestyle like you ain't got no like nothing going on. You just an old perfect person. I don't understand y'all. I really don't. Anyway, here's the deal. How I'm sitting next to them like this. Like literally, and the funny thing is they kept like even we were doing these group exercises, so we had to like go in a group in the VIP box, like the real VIP box. I'm in that mug. So we in this section and it's everybody, and we playing these, we not playing, but Tony has you doing these different exercises. And so you're doing these exercises with the Kardashians, and they're working on their personal development, and they're being vulnerable. And it's just like, look at my life. Look at my life. I was just like, I can't make this up. And my friend is looking at me like, look at our lives. Like, she so random that I took her. But this stuff always happens to me. That is always what happens to me. Always. I could walk into the airport and they just upgrade. I could go anywhere and I get invited. This is what always happens. Why? Now, here's what I'm laughing at myself, and I wanted to share with you guys. So my point of it is, I clearly manifested the Tony Robbins experience because I said it was going to happen. I said I was going to be in an Oprah magazine. I said all these things and they happened. Okay. What I mean by manifesting sideways is the clarity around how you want things to happen. Now, here's why I'm having this conversation with you. You have to be bold enough to write it out and say the thing that you want that you actually think is not going to happen because you're scared. It's not because I'm pretty. No, not at all. It's because of who I be. Energy, exactly. Energy, energy, energy. The world likes to tell you all these things. Let me tell you something. It is who you be all day long. And I used to literally dim my light because I got tired of people thinking she pretty, this happens, this and that. No, you could be, how many cute, slow buzz people you done met? Like how many people you meet them, they pretty, they ain't got no depth. They have no depth to them. No, it's who I be. And I believe that the beauty that you see, God, it's a gift. I get it. This old lady told me that. She said, stop doing that. And I was like, because I just didn't like putting on makeup. I didn't like getting dressed. I didn't like my feet. I was like, I don't want people to think that because I think how I look, that I had this whole complex. And now I'm just like, girl, please. But let me tell you, this old lady clarified that for me real quick. She said, your beauty is a gift because of where God is taking you. That is going to attract people. And your job is to be the light that God designed you to be so they can see that it's not just about that. Like, so own that I am enough. I am beautiful. That's why I'm always trying to tell women, like, don't compare your looks to anybody else. You are designed for a purpose and for whatever God has, whatever path he got you on. And guess what? Your energy will take you all over the world, because you can be cute, but for people to actually keep you around, and behind closed doors, when they discussing deals that they own team got to get out the room for, it wasn't because I'm cute. It's because of who I be. So I share this with you because I want you to do that as well. Do the work on your heart. And I know that's maybe not what you mean, but I know people think that. So let me just address that. I love you, Wakia. But here's the thing. You have to do the work on your heart and your character because that's what's going to carry you after beauty fades. Because beauty fades. Beauty fades, baby. I get hit God forbid, but something could happen. Y'all ain't seen me out there and got beat up by the crazy man. Face just a mess. But I still have favor. Why? Because of who I be. So understand, that's why we have good teeth for life. Who you be will give you all the prosperity in the world. Your character, your traits will give you all the prosperity in the world. Oh, look at y'all on YouTube. Teach hair classes and now 4 years and I haven't. What's stopping you, Lala? We talked about this last night. What's stopping you? And half the reason I keep telling y'all to get in my sales boot camp. Half y'all sitting at the green light because you scared to sell something. Sell the class. Set the date. Sell the class. I guarantee you're going to be like, oh my God. So many people I have literally pushed off. Sell it. Go sell it. And then you got, oh my God, I got to do it. It's like buying a concert. Set the date. Write the curriculum. Here's what I'm going to teach you guys on this date. Work backwards. Work backwards. That's called faith. Calling those things as not as though they were. Tori said, I purchased the class. How many guys in the sales boot camp? If you guys are scared of selling and you're scared of presenting and you're scared of starting, get into this sales boot camp. Y'all get into, I literally teach. I try to teach and break down. I don't try. I do. Darling, my classes are amazing. I break down these massive concepts for you in layman's terms. And I try to make sure that I give you templates. And guess what? The class on branding is so good. Brand awareness and attracting your dream tribe. That is literally the first lesson. Well, it's the second lesson because the first lesson is like details and numbers and getting those numbers and stuff. But you guys get into the class. It's at LakeishaMichelle.com. Check out the details. I'm trying to stay on topic. So here's the deal. These are all facts. Wow. We know exactly. Get my degree. So these are things that are tangible. Like the thing is, these are things that are so tangible. Because I teach classes, Lala, you should be all up under me trying to figure out what's the fastest way for you to start teaching them classes. I teach classes all day. So figure out why haven't I started? Typically it's fear, you guys. Fear. Fear of what? Failure, fear nobody going to show up, fear of what? At the end of the day, you got to just start, you know? So manifesting sideways looks like I said, I literally wrote, I'm going to be in Oprah magazine. And some of you guys are worried about the how. And I never was really worried about the how. I just put it on there because Oprah said do it. So I did. And so what happened was Oprah said do it. I did it. But the level, the thing that I have realized with all of my manifesting, I first really started to understand it when I did the Brian Tracy method of just write what you want in a clear sentence as it's already done with a deadline. You guys, how many times have you heard this? How many times have you heard this? How many times have you heard this? Write what you want with the deadline. Let me just take a survey of the comments. How many times have you heard this, you guys? Gwen, hey Gwen. Gwen said this is good stuff. And the reason, David Peterson, I love you. David Peterson is an amazing, amazing, amazing man. So brilliant, so kind. I remember your heart. Like, you are so kind and just peaceful. You have a zen about you. So fun. Millions, countless. Right. Right. So listen, we know it to be true, but why don't we write? Why don't we write? Because you don't want it to not happen. And for my church folk, you want to be in God's will. So you want to wait and see what God's will is, but God is inside of you, and you are an instrument. You need to actually write something down and trust that God will correct whatever you've written down that's not supposed to be happening. And if anything that's coming to you is of good, then you need to write it down. Write it down. God will fine tune, and the way that God, he'll speak to you and you're right. Okay. So it comes from within you. It doesn't come from outside of you. It's not like, God, show me a sign. That's not real. That's TV. Okay. Pay attention to what is happening internally. What comes to you internally. Internally. Your internal creates your external. Internal creates your external. What that means is that your thoughts turn into beliefs. Those beliefs motivate the action. The action gives you the life that you have. And so if you don't write it down, you're going to just follow the laws of the world. Get a job, be basic, be a consumer, so that the people that like, what? That ain't why you was born. No. Come on here. God will fine tune that vision. I love it. Seriously. And that's the relationship you got to walk in and trusting. And for so long, I like, do you understand that I was in the studio as a child? I said, before I was even writing it down, I said, I'm going to either, like, I already knew the beauty industry, I already knew was going to be part of me, because I did hair since I was 13. I was doing people toe pedicures. Let me tell you, I could do a mean design with rhinestones on your toes, honey. I was doing toes, everything. I always was doing it. Okay. Since I was a kid. So I knew that was going to be a part of whatever. And then the other part is music. When Whitney Houston sung the Star Spangled Banner, I was like, oh yeah, it was just knowing. It was in my being. There was a part of you that always knew something, but then what happens is life happens. You get with the wrong fool. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff happens. And so you start doubting. And then you have to be careful who you're listening to, because some people, there have been pastors, I've gotten some really good advice from the pastor that I grew up under. I used to, because he would always be talking about, making a mistake and going to hell. You're going to go to hell. You're going to go, everything leads to sex. I wanted to get a job. He would be like, you might have sex. I was like, what is he talking about? I didn't even think about sex. I just want a job because we broke. I'm tired of being broke. I want a job. Why I got to have sex? I want some money. What in the world? I didn't understand why he was saying that. But anyway, here's the thing. That man had a lot of stuff that I just was like, you don't make sense. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But then there were certain moments where he was exactly who I needed to hear. So you always thank and value those moments. The reason why I have that experience, I do believe that all of this is to help all those people who were like me, making mistake after mistake, and then hiding, running away from God because you are so scared to go to hell and get it wrong. So I'm definitely here to represent, like, to me, that's a whole nother story. But listen, one thing he told me when I was a kid, and I do believe, and I know, I had discernment as a kid. It is truly a gift. I had discernment as a kid. And I was like, how do you, I don't understand, because I'm always, in my mind as a kid, I was living in Caesar Palace in my head. I wasn't living in Caesar Palace. Not at all. But in my mind, I just always saw myself. This is why I love Mariah Carey. Some people think Mariah Carey is a diva too much. Oh, darling. I love Mariah Carey. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm here for it. Here for it. That will be me. Okay. That is me. In my mind, when I see her, I see me. I see Naomi. I see all these people. I love the fabulosity, honey. I love it. So that was always me. My mom used to tell me as a kid, you have champagne dreams and a beer pocketbook. And I used to be like, anybody else? How your mama gonna just, mama, you shady girl. I'm gonna go get her today. Just shady. I tell her all the time. She just be saying all kinds of stuff. She be like, Then when I started making money, she was like, well, I guess, you always was. Girl, I wasn't listening to what you were saying. Because listen, I like champagne, okay? Champagne life. Look at my Auntie Brenda. We both be champagne living, okay? That's it. Hey, Auntie. Yes, you were. What you say yuck to? I found out I was hopeful resistor. I write, but still not sure. Right. Self-doubt and sabotage. Exactly. A lot of people are. Rakia says, you're helping me today. Good. Thank God. Thank you, guys. Sometimes we don't want others to read it. And guess what, Jane? That's so true. And in my classes, I always tell people, write what you don't want people to read. In the class that I have, the Money Chronicles, that is a vulnerable class. I literally wrote out what I don't want anybody to read. And I write like that all the time anyway. But the class, I actually shared the stuff that I didn't want people to read. I just shared the journal. Because you know what? I knew that there was breakthroughs. The breakthroughs that I got, I knew that it would help you. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to let y'all read that. Now, here's the deal. I was already done and over it by the time y'all read it. But at the end of the day, the breakthrough didn't happen until I got very real with myself and my mess. The stuff that I don't. The most transformation you will get is when you write what you don't want people. And I say that all the time in all my classes. Write the stuff you don't want people to read. Write the goal that you feel embarrassed to get because you're like, who am I? And the question is, like, who is God? Like, am I dreaming small because I'm worried about my capabilities, or am I activating? Am I leaning on God? Like, am I going to write write a goal that requires like that lean on God, that stretch? And there are some mixed reviews on how much you should write and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if your goal is so big, write the big goal down, still be committed to that big goal, and know that there's a lot of small steps that will get you to that big goal. But you've got to write the thing that you're scared to write. For example, I wrote that I'm going to be on Tony Robbins' stage. It happened. I had no clue how I was going to get on that stage. And then all of a sudden, someone invites me. They put me in a section with Kim Kardashian. And then here's what's even more funny. Not only did Tony Robbins call me and I was on the Megatron in front of 10,000 people, but Tony Robbins, his team, by the third day, they were tired, okay? Because their job is to keep everybody motivated. And the leader came to me and he said, hey, we just noticed you. He said, we're trying to figure out, like, how are you so hyped? It's day 3. Now, if you've ever been to a Tony Robbins event, Tony keeps you going for like 18 hours. You up and you down, and you up and you down. It's just like this crazy party, right? And it's all about mindset. And it's very, very, very smartly engineered because it literally gives you shifts in your DNA at a cellular level. Some beliefs that I had before Tony Robbins, I literally laugh at them now because of that conference. He does this stuff with psychology, and literally your old fears just sound stupid. You can just laugh because you're like, I can't even believe that I thought that. And I literally, after Tony Robbins, that next week was my first week making $10,000 in a week. I made it in a month. Literally right after that, it was like, boom, and then my numbers and everything got bigger because I just shattered beliefs. So you see how that just make you want to go to a Tony Robbins event? By the way, that's selling without being salesy. And I'm not getting paid to promote Tony Robbins. I'm just telling you about my experience that naturally sells something. That's the techniques that I teach you in my sales class, by the way. Now I'm selling. Go to LakeishaMichelle.com to check out my sales class. If you know that you want to sell by naturally having conversations and you want to turn conversations into cash and you want to naturally just make it effortless to sell more of your products and services, then you definitely want to get into this bootcamp. The doors are closing soon. So anyway, I get to the Tony Robbins event. The people tell me it's day 3. This is a 4 or 5 day. I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 days, but it's a long event and you're up from 8 in the morning till midnight and you're in this event and you're working on your soul, honey. You are doing all this stuff. And so the leader comes to me and he says, hey, he said, when he called me, he asked me to come out and I'm like, what's up? And so it was so funny because I didn't even know what he wanted. And even though I knew someone that worked at Tony Robbins, that person had no clue that they were calling me and looking at me and watching me. So here's what's interesting. Again, who you be. Let me show y'all. So they call me. They literally call me and ask me, why am I so energetic? And can I help them have more energy? And I was like, that is so random. But of course, darling, I'll share this with you. This is good. I'll share this with you. So I'm like, sure, what you want me to do? And they were like, we just want to be a part of your energy. We do this thing where we go on stage in between breaks at Tony Robbins and we get everybody focused when it's time for Tony or whoever to come back up on stage. Before that, they do this thing where they dance and they get everybody focused basically. So it prepares people for whoever's coming back on stage. So I was like, so y'all want me to run? Y'all want me to get up there and do my thing? Y'all want me to get up there and do it? Because Tony Robbins event, you dance a lot. And so I'm a musician. I kind of can't not dance and be who we. So much so that even when I was doing the dancing, and I was just being who I am. I'm always gonna dance and get crunk. I literally could tell that even Kanye, like this was a bold statement, but I could tell he just kept going like, who is this chick? Because I was like, the whole time. I don't care. If you were following my Instagram, they deleted my videos because of the music, but I was literally like so lit. I was like the littest person in our section, like period. Because Tony Robbins is a childhood dream. And to me, Tony Robbins is, whenever I saw him, I said, that's me. Like, oh my God, that is me. I'm that energetic. I'm that on fire. I love music and personal development. I think it definitely I've always thought they go together. I don't know how to not be like that. So that event is like what I want to create for myself. And so I was in heaven. Okay. So I get on stage and I'm doing my thing and everybody go crazy. I'm like, how am I on stage at Tony Robbins being the hype man? I swear I was born to be a hype man. And his team. So my friend, he looks out and he's like, how? He said, who put you on stage? He said, I come out and you on the stage. He was like, I can't leave you nowhere. And I was just laughing because I was like, I don't know. I was just being myself. And they called me. He was like, no way. They don't even know that I know him. So it wasn't like a hookup. It was literally because of who I be, you guys. It's insane. Insane. Even when I raised my hand, there was an energetic exchange from Tony Robbins and I. It's because of who I be. And so I'm telling you guys this because who you be matters. It matters. It matters. It matters. You have to always be re-engineering these limiting beliefs and these thought processes. Seriously. So I'm on stage. I get the whole place lit as I do. And, then I go back to my seat. So then they call me again. The people like, and the funny thing is it's during like when stuff is happening at Tony Robbins, I'm sitting, I'm next to the people and they like, psst, come here. I'm like, what? Okay, coming. So I get over there. They're like, hey, we want to interview you. I'm like, for what? What am I going to say? What are you? Now, guess what? I went to school for this. So guess what? I'm never not ready for camera or anything. So darling, ladies, be ready, honey. You don't even know. Tony Robbins people might want to call you up, honey. You got to be ready. That's why who you be. You need to be ready, honey. Period. Be ready. All the things. So here's what's crazy. They call me up. Let me show y'all what happened on Tony Robbins' website.
Growing up, we have that comparison thing. I've always, as a singer, I'm not like this person. UPW helps me find my voice, my blueprint. And I have a tool now to whatever that.
How did that happen?
I know how to unleash what's inside of me. My name is Lakeisha Michelle, and I am a hairdresser and singer. And I actually create events where I teach hairdressing as a trade and infuse it with music to help them remember what's happening. I actually saw Tony Robbins. I saw a video where he was talking about raising your standards.
Look at this.
And he had this.
What the heck? How am I on his website? What? How does that happen? That's so cool, right? That's really cool. I was laughing because I was like, what are we going to do up? They was like, yeah, we want to put you on camera. Okay. Girl, better be glad you have some makeup on, girl. Girl. When I don't have my hair, y'all, I have to swing my earrings. Because I don't have my long tresses on today, darling. 2020, the year of being ready. That part. Ladies, do I need to do a whole class on just being feminine, honey. My cousin came over yesterday. He said, girl, this is like a model home. He was like, it's just so clean. It just don't even like nobody live here. I love cleanliness. It's next to holiness, honey. Now, you can't be perfect all the time. And somebody got kids talking about, but you can't do that with kids. Listen, let me tell you how my mama raised me. And her house was kept snatched. And it was 3 of us. Carla, grab it by the end of the week. I got you. Grab it by the end of the week, Carla Hull. I got you. That is awesome. Teach her as if you have a participation of 10 and an audience of 100. I look forward to hearing an update, Lala. Oh, baby, it's accountability happening on YouTube. What's going on? Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some. What y'all doing on YouTube? Even if only one person shows up, teach that class. I love this community. How amazing is that on YouTube? There's a whole conversation. Y'all leave me out. I don't even know what's going on. Okay. I will be honest with you. I truly don't know where to start or how to put it together. If only one person shows up, teach that class. And yes, fear is another one. I know the reason I don't have what I want because I don't write the vision. Thank you, reigning woman. I will do just that. If I have one person that wants a one-on-one. Yes. And let me tell you, a lot of times you find your formula by starting one-on-one. So before I ever taught group classes, the reason why I do mostly group now is because I spent 2016, 2017 doing one-on-ones. And so I got really clear. And I noticed that most of the people that I do one-on-ones with have the same problem. And guess what? When you put them in the group, they become each other's anchors as well as, me coaching them. So we all elevated, right? But then the other part of that, before you go to group, you do one-on-one so you can get really clear on where your sweet spot is. Because some things I did one-on-one, I don't want to do anymore. Like I'm just not interested, right? And then I figured out what I'm really good at. And I'm really good at people to go start and then get results, right? And so I had to formulate like what that is. And then also doing the one-on-ones and dealing with people, you get to hear what they see you do that you don't know that you do. So for example, I started doing, now I went to school for video, but the reason why I started teaching sales in general was because when I started my first class, I did this class and it was all about systems and stuff like that. So it was teaching people how to write the vision for their business and how to do systems and operations for the beauty business. Now, what happened was week 2 I was a 4-week program. In week 2, everybody made a ton of money. And I was like, what the heck? Everybody got so much money on the course that was released on week 2. So I took week 2 and put it as a standalone course because what I realized was I'm teaching stuff to people who don't have, they don't know how to sell and market. So you don't care about operations when you sitting over trying to make some money. So then I started just focusing on helping people sell and make money and think like a marketer and make sales on a regular basis. So I started teaching sales like crazy because that's actually what I love anyway. That's what I studied for years when I was in beauty school. I just literally obsessed. My dad is a salesman, right? I mean, my uncle is a salesman. I kind of was always around it as well. So it just kind of is something that I know how to do naturally, but I can always, even now, learn better. I sell better after dealing with my mentors because you're never going to not. I mean, just anyway. So that's how I got really good at all the group stuff is I started one-on-one. So don't discount one-on-one because that's how you get your processes down. And literally, there's something that you do the same way all the time. And you got to get really good at knowing how to write out your system that gets the same result every time. And you got to be clear on the results that you get. So it takes time. So don't be freaking out. Just know the end result. Start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind, you guys. When is the offer over? You'll have a few more days. I really just kind of, because I lost several days on my timeline for this. Normally I have a hard deadline. But when my mom fell, it took me like 3 or 4 days. I lost 3 or 4 days. So I'm gonna add extra days. So the cart is still open. So get your dough. Get your dough. $100 is how many 20s? Go make them 20s. Break it down. Sometimes you guys, you're stopping yourself because even if $100 is a big deal to you, and I'm not knocking, I'm not like making that be a bad or good thing. It's just if $100 feels like, oh my God, $100, then you need to break it down. Like $100 is a couple 20s. Okay. How many you spent $20 at Whataburger, you spent $20 at Walmart, you're always spending hundreds. You always spending it, but you're doing it in a broke down manner. And so now you're not thinking about it. So don't think 100 is 100. It's not good or it's not bad. It's not a lot, it's not a little, it's just 100. Okay. So that is awesome. Okay, good. You guys are amazing. Your energy is amazing. Thank you so much. When being yourself is so amazing. Yes, that's all we are here to be. All we're here to be. Yes, you need to do a class on being feminine. That falls in line with your gift as a cosmetologist. Yeah, and you know what? I have to say, I thank my mom for that. It really has nothing to like. Cosmetology was cool, but in general, there is an energy of being a lady, and my mother is the example of that. The women in my family are all feminine women, and they like feminine women and feminine women, and like they are all feminine. They all got clean houses. They all got, they all gonna have on. If I FaceTime any one of them, my mama don't wear jewelry, but all the other women, they're gonna be all decked down and cute, and you be like, "Where y'all going?" They be like, "I'm just sitting." They just sit pretty. That's just, you know what I'm saying. Do you have Cash App? Yes, it's at Lakeisha Michelle. A lot of people ask me that. My cat, I think I took it off my website. So Cash App, PayPal. Some of you guys, I love you guys. Y'all be sending love offerings, just blessings. I appreciate that. Okay, you said sell it, and now I do making class videos. Oh, as I create daily. Thank you, Lakeisha Michelle. You're welcome. I love testimonials. Who you be matters, darling. Yes, re-engineering my belief system. Yes. It is beyond cool. Yes. Yes, you need to do a class to remind us and teach some of us. Yeah, I love being feminine. You can do what you want, even with children. Sacrifice. Go, auntie. Now, my auntie is definitely my auntie Brenda. Brenda Battle. You guys, I know y'all see my auntie Tammy on here a lot. Brenda Battle on Facebook. That's my aunt as well. Like my real life auntie, my auntie. And again, the women in my family are just like red lipstick. I fell in love with because my aunt Brenda wore it all the time. She would put on her red lipstick, and it was a vibe, honey. She get in her BMW, and guess what? I wear red lipstick. I drive a BMW. We do the same thing. Like, you're just an extension of your environment. Yes, be ready, stay ready. I love it. 5 little 20s. I need to unleash my feminine. Yes, it's an energy, you guys. It doesn't matter how. It's all energy. It is all energy. And then making sure, like my cousin yesterday when he came over, he was like, "Oh my God, your house is like a model home." And then we were rushing to go to the movies. And so I ran in there and I put on something and came out. He was like, "How you just get cute in like less than 5 minutes?" I'm like, "Because I only own cute things. Only own cute things. That's the formula. So everything I put on is fabulous because that's all I got. I couldn't help but get dressed because that's all I got. When you remove the raggedy, when you remove the basic, and you only have like, you know what I'm saying, cute things, it's like I can't help it. I only have like, and you just gradually do it. Just do it gradually. You just get rid of the stuff that when you put it on, it doesn't make your vibe pop. You know what I'm saying? So my coat, my shoes, my clothes, my bag, all of it is just, it doesn't mean anything other than just only own amazing things. And your amazing could be from, I'm not saying it has to be some rich thing. Like, I mean, and rich is relative, but I'm just saying only carry nice things. And then the energy and everything is just, everything levels up. If you only own the nice stuff, like it becomes not even a big deal to you. And so much so when you're around other people, they'd be like, "Oh my God," you be like, "It's normal." New normals, honey. Set the new normals. So the point of this, I'm so all over the place as usual. I just accept. Let it be. Let it be. The point of all of this is this. You have to be clear about what you want. You have to be clear about what you want. And you have to write the vision, you guys. And and you can manifest sideways like I did. Like the clarity is what I actually wanted to do is sing my own personalized songs for Tony Robbins. Now, what I got on stage and did was dance and use my energy. Meanwhile, and I did get interviewed for their website. But in general, sideways manifesting, I should have been clear about what I wanted to do on the stage at Tony Robbins. But I got there. So you can manifest, and you are always manifesting whether you are consciously doing it or not. Rocky said we are all over with you. I know, that's why I love y'all. So the point of this is make sure you're being a conscious creator. Oprah magazine. So the lady who here's how I got in that magazine. The lady there's a company, Kathy Kidd, she supported me in getting my book done. I have a book called The CEO Stylist. And that book, because she took certain authors from her community that she's helped become #1 bestsellers. And they did an excerpt on Oprah in Oprah magazine. And so I was one of the authors that got featured under her brand. So my picture, me standing there with my book like this. I'm in the Oprah magazine. So that like all of these things, but again, level of clarity, right? So my book my message is able to be visible in Oprah Magazine. How many people read that book a month and see that issue and saw that issue? Like, it's crazy, 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 crazy cool. So many people hit me up about being on Tony Robbins' website. So many people hit me up about all these things, you guys. And it's just a matter of paying attention to the clarity of what you're asking for. The clarity, and then being surrendering. That's why I play the song. Wake up, believe, surrender to how. Most of you are not doing it because you're so scared that you're going to get it wrong. You're so scared that God's going to get you. You're so scared about all this stuff that's not even real. It's not real. And, you know, at the end of the day, hold on, Instagram always ends. At the end of the day, if it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to me. If it is to be, it is up to who? If it is to be, it is up to who? You. Katia says clarity. Yes. Orkia says, I love you, girl. I love you too. Katia says, great concept. Fearless. And the whole thing is having less fear. It doesn't mean that you don't have any, because fear is going to always be there to torment you. Like, it's going to always be there to be like, are you sure you want that? That's fear. And that should let you know, like, feel the fear and do it anyway. Having less fear and being fearful, full of fear, is a different story. So I have things I'm like, oh my God, it's going to work. Oh my God, I'm freaked out. But that's when I know I need to go and do it. Now, blame it on the Scorpio in me, the daredevil in me. But I definitely am. I would rather mess up than just sit and be stagnant, because I like to go for it. Like, and just worry about it later, honey. And then what happens is people always be like, how are you here? And how did you do that? Because I went for it. You only get one life, and all you have is now. Now is the day. Now is the time. Now is what you actually have. We can talk about the future, but if you don't make it to the future, what did you do with right now? So now is where you start operating, and now is where you start creating, and now is where you start acting. Yep. Mindset will either elevate you or break you. Exactly. Yeah. Like they say, attitude is what? Your altitude, your latitude, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, that's what's guiding you. And you have to be careful, because you can be manifesting the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I said sideways because I just laughed, because I manifested most of what, if I think about my vision board, pretty much everything on there, from the traveling in all the different countries to even the type of electronics. I literally had 2 MacBook Pros on there, and I had 2 MacBook Pro. I've had 2 MacBook Pros for a long time. Like, why? I don't know. I'm just a nerd. I like computers. And the picture that I put, I just picked out some pictures of, because I like Apple products and I wanted a new computer. So I just put it on there because I knew I wanted to get that new computer within the next, year. And then I said I wanted this certain type of Jeep. And then I just put the Oprah magazine. I just put all these things on there, and everything happened. And I just realized, like, okay, I need to be more. I thought that was specific, but I need to be more specific. And then I realized, when I first started manifesting everything in general, the very first time, which was really, and I say consciously creating, I would like to say, when I first started seeing things come to fruition, was when I was writing the exact thing and just putting it, I put it as it's already done. I have, and it had a date on the end. And if I passed that date, I would just change the date. If it hasn't happened yet, just put the date more in the future. And it's done. That's how I started my online classes. For those of you, like, I literally just a year from today, I sat down, and in my mastermind group, we all did it. We did a year from today, for this to be an amazing, year, what will have happened? And I just wrote it out as it was already done. And that's something that I practice all the time. In the sales boot camp, if you guys have not done module 1 and you're a member and you're in the sales boot camp, please get that done. That literally, the last page of that workbook, 30 days from now, what has happened? And I'm going to show you how much you can do in 30 days. 30 days from now, how much? Everybody keeps saying, how do you start an email list? If I do now, granted, some of you guys don't have audience. I get that. You're building your audience. So there's going to have to be some on the ground work that you got to do. Go to some different events, talk to people, you got to get in the streets. You got to be uncomfortable. And that's where people freeze and stop, because you just want the shortcut, blah, blah, blah. But getting email subscribers is not as hard as you think. You can go through every contact in your phone and just say, hey, thought about you. I'm starting this email list that's going to be based on this, this, and that. Are you interested? It's free. If you are, you can just shoot me your email. If not, no biggie. Just wanted to make sure, don't want you to miss out on the value that I'm going to get, right? Like, you could just, if you like this, if you like that, and you like this, because maybe you don't know all the way what you want your email list to be about, but you know you want to build an email list. All you got to do is give them an idea of what you want to create. And the cool thing about creating with other people is that you put the content out and then ask people to respond, ask people to hit reply and tell their thoughts, and they'll start talking to you. And so then your email list will gradually grow into what you dreamed it to be. But ain't nothing gonna happen if you don't happen. Nothing will happen if you don't happen. Nothing will happen if you don't happen. No thing will happen if you do not make it happen. And when I say make, that doesn't mean forcefully. That means just make an internal decision, decide in your core being that it's done, and then do what you know to do, expecting God to move and show you the next best step. Do what you know to do, expecting God to move and show you the next best step. Does that make sense? Learning to be in the present. That's good. Just got my current vision board up on my walls, studio project in the works. I love it. What will be the boot camp, please? It's based on sales, Katya. So go to LakeishaMichelle.com and you guys can see the link there. So over the next 30 days, you will, and really everybody, their day one and everybody's going to probably have a different day one. Because I'm leaving the doors open till probably about Friday. And so here's what we're working on. If you know that you get scared to sell and make offers, if you know that you need to work on your brand awareness, meaning you need people to know that your business exists and you want to make it effortless, you want to practice using these techniques that I'm going to give you, you're going to be able to make commercials quickly, to make sales emails quickly. You're going to be able to have conversations that turn into cash because you're in the energy and the practice of making offers, irresistible offers, right? And so what you're going to do, I'm giving you templates so that you can just print them out or just keep them on your phone or whatever you watch the stuff. You can use it on your phone or your laptop. It's a membership area. And basically you log in and take the lesson. The first lesson is getting concrete on where you are as far as your numbers go. And then the second lesson so far that's been released is about creating commercials or advertising that invokes people, that inspires them to take action. And so a lot of you guys watch me, even just your comments, it's the interaction that we have. You want to build a community that interacts with you and that takes action, right? And so I love it. Thank you, Katya. So that's what we're working on. And so basically it's boot camp style. I'm releasing different pieces of content every day. Some days, because the content may be longer for you to consume, it may be, a couple of days in between, but over the next 30 days, you'll be in the energy. And I'm just literally putting content in the membership area that helps you make more sales, build your clientele, get attention on your brand and on your business, and increase your income. And so one of the reasons I'm talking about being clear, because most people say, I want to make more sales, but how much more sales and when, right? How many guys are like, I want to make more money, or I'm going to make some more money. I know my business is gonna be, I know it's coming. What? That's being like on the sidelines of what you desire. Are you just sitting on the sidelines, just knowing that it's gonna happen? I'm like, boo, that's not cool. I'm not just sitting on the sidelines of my life. I am creating. I'm always creating. My words are always creating. My thoughts are always manifesting. So I am going to get ahead of them and be clear. Manifesting sideways is fun. Like I said I was going to be on Tony Robbins stage and I got there and I got a commercial. So your girl did good. But now I'm rewriting that because I believe that my music these are the songs that he needs to have people jumping to at his event, honey. And I actually wrote a song. I need to finish it. A song about it's an amazing song. I know that once he hears it, he's gonna be like, oh my God, because it's like I wrote it with Tony Robbins in mind. And so it's just a matter of completion and then holding the space for it to happen, doing what you know to do, and then let the universe work, darling. That's it. It really is it, like you guys, and it's just a matter of not letting life beat you up so much to let you make you think that it's not that tangible for you. Okay. I'm in the mood for Grand Lux. Oh, I believe that I've emptied out all my heart to you today. So not all of it, but just, what I feel I should be saying. Your message is literally part of what I spoke on this morning on my channel. I love it. We're here, girl. We are here. Will this upcoming ministry event summons gatherings? Will this upcoming ministry event summons gatherings, etc.? Wait, I missed it. Will we get replay video? Wait, what are you referencing? Carla Hall of the, oh yeah, you get lifetime access to everything for the boot camp. So in the boot camp, I'll show you. In the boot camp, when you log in, you act like a success and think like a success. In order to become the best, you gotta jump, even if you're nervous. Oh, it's your turn to jump. You gotta, oh. Okay, wait. So let me show you. There we go. So this lesson, so when you log in, this is what it looks like. So you're purchasing access to a digital membership, right? And basically it's a one-time investment of $97. And when you log in, first thing you're going to do is join the private Facebook group and listen to the message that I give you. All the people are saying that they are so ready. They're here. They're excited about being in alignment with their offers. They're making a shift in their brand. Everybody's just so on fire. So these are the comments from people that are actually in the group, right? And then the next area is the next section, I'm giving you what we're focusing on. So you're clear, and then what it actually means. Just I never want to assume you know what things mean. So just getting clarity around brand awareness, your offers that you're going to be making, and then your income. Okay. And then once you watch that video, and I try to keep everything sweet and to the point. Everybody's so excited in here. The next is the workbook. The workbook is your foundation. So in order to make something happen in 30 days that you weren't going to make happen, then you need to actually have clear goals and results, and also assess your habits, because you don't want to do the same thing because you're going to get the same result. And so that workbook helps you assess what you've been doing, get clarity around what's working and what's not working, and your energy and feelings around selling and your products and services. Some of you guys that are in there that you don't have products and services and you want to just start selling. And so you're going to be answering those questions as well, because it doesn't matter if I say, what's your current, average income? And you say from your business right now, it's no, because you're just getting started, to zero. Then that's where we're going to start. Because if in 30 days, you went from zero to making $1,500, did you win or did you win? Did you win or did you win? I don't know. Let me see in the comments. You tell me. If you were making no money and then you made $1,500 in 30 days, did you win or did you win? I'm just saying. Now, some of you guys that are joining, you already make money. You just want to increase and you just want to be in the energy. And that's why you purchase, because you like what I'm doing right now and you want to get better at that. And I'm going to share the technique of how I'm making offers effortlessly, like effortless, right? And your job is to present all the time and give people options. My dad always says, he's referencing, in general, he's really referencing life, but he always says, don't take my options away from me. Always tell me everything I need to know and then let me choose. My daddy always says that. And he feels like the older you get, he feels like people just start making decisions for older people. And he was like, that's not cool. Always give me options to choose from the information that you give me. Even when we were at the doctor the other day with my mom, he was like, give it to us hard, give it to us straight, and we'll make the choice that's best for her. And that's so true in life in general, you guys. It's the best rule to live by. I'm going to tell you, even in your relationships, your personal relationships, you let people know, here's where I'm at. Some of y'all stay lying talking about I love you. If you're not in love and you're chilling right now, let them know, look, this is all I got right now. This is all I got for you. Either take it or leave it. Be cool. Winning. That's definitely a win. Exactly. So depending on where you are, it doesn't matter. Like, I make 20,000, I want to make 40,000. Like, so I'm going to increase. I'm still going to do the same thing that you got. Like, it's all the same. Win or win. Right. I won, darling. Right. Hope your mom is well. She is. I talked to her yesterday. I'm gonna go see her today. She's so cute. She was like, I love you, girl. When you coming over? I was like, girl, I'm coming over there, girl. I'm gonna take you out, girl. My mom is so cute. She'd be ready to go. As soon as I get to the house, she'd be like, okay, let me get my shoes. I said, well, where are you going? She'd be ready to go. For those of you who don't know, my mom has dementia. So I just think it's really cute how I'm so grateful that she knows me. The day my mama don't know my name, y'all, I'm gonna be on this. I'm gonna just be. I'm gonna be talking. I'm gonna be teaching y'all. I'm just know tears gonna be coming, and I'm gonna still be teaching because I know I ain't gonna never not be me. But honey, I'm gonna be crying. I'm gonna be crying, baby. But I'm gonna still be me. But I'm gonna be talking to you about this, and you'll just be like, oh, she's crying. What's happening? Talking and crying because guess what? It's a part of life. But ooh, it's gonna hurt. 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 So anyway, there's a workbook that you get to download, you guys, and literally just answer these questions and get clarity about where you are. Because you guys, so many people are so scared to get clear because then you got to do something. So you haven't joined the boot camp. What you waiting on? If you know that you want to increase your clientele and you want to increase your brand awareness. Brand awareness means like, how do you expect people to buy from you if they don't know that you exist? And so you're practicing talking about your business and not about the business, but you're practicing telling people how you help them. You're practicing telling people how you help them. And you want to do it in a way that feels natural and non-salesy. So this workbook is what you should be filling out. If you haven't already, please download this and do it. If you're already in the group. And this is where we set our big 30-day goal. It's so exciting. I love this. I absolutely love it. Then from there, we're going to go we get right into work. And so the first thing I have you guys do as far as sales is concerned is really get clear on your dream client and how they think and what they believe. And I teach you how to craft a message like Steve Jobs. Look, I'm doing it now. I'm excited. I'm doing it. Look at the members. I love you guys. And so I give you a template. Like when I say template, like, look at this. Look, y'all see that line? Let me show y'all on Instagram. You literally just got to fill in the blank. And then underneath the line, I tell you what to put there. Like what types of, now you gotta, it's your customer. So you know what to put there. But I'm telling you like what to insert all the way through. And so then by the time you're done, you have this statement that you can use to support your sales for the next 30 days. And it is literally going to give you a whole new zestful, excited audience. Okay. So another lesson releases today, and we're going to talk about, because now you set your goal and you've gotten your brand message. We're going to talk about awareness strategies as well as managing and paying attention and measuring the tactics that you're going to do over the next 30 days. So it's a really, really amazing. It is a script. Yeah, you will be able to use it. And when you're done, you should be able to craft your own little commercial. This right here is the commercial that I made from literally using the script to show you that like this is like you can do it. There's not only is it just the PDF, the video teaches you how to use it. Okay, so the video walks you through, and let me show you guys. I literally walk you through so much. Said it, but let's just see what I wrote. Inspiration, bold statement. So I'm literally teaching you guys how to think like a marketer, and then how to take the technique right away and make your own. Versus like this is not a class that you're taking so you can just be smarter. You're getting a lesson and then you're doing it. You're getting a lesson and then you're doing it. Does that make sense, you guys? Cool. So let's get into the finale. Any questions, just let me know. The link, I'll post the link. Let me give you the link. Let me give you the link. Mamas are everything. They are everything. And I'm grateful. I always try to share my mother with you guys because everybody don't get a mama like my mama. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your mama, but my mama was classy, honey. She was just this whole, like, she's a vibe. She's a mood. She's a lady, darling. And so I try to share her with you guys because everybody doesn't get that experience. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're so welcome. So in the meantime, you have to manifest, period. And you're always manifesting. And I'm just inviting you guys to actually consciously do it and to upgrade the way that you do it, or you will be manifesting sideways. But even sideways, you're going to get some cool experiences in your life. And so the key is going to be clear. Set a date and time and be clear, and write your truest desires. Write the desires that you don't want other people to read. Don't give surface desires to God. God will give you the desires of your heart, and they came to you for a reason. If they are good, they came to you. What I didn't say earlier was that pastor, he said, because I used to be always like, how do you even know? Because everything you say gonna lead to hell. So how do I know what the thoughts that are coming to me are the thoughts that I should be doing? And he said, well, it's very simple. Is it good? And I was like, oh, that is actually really good. And it always stuck with me. He said, you judge those thoughts and those desires by what it creates. Is this a good thought? Is this a desire that's going to create good? Then go for it. And trust God. Trust God that he will adjust whatever. But you got to do something. You got to be clear by writing it down. Okay? So that is it. That is it. That is all. I hope that you guys are inspired to get clear and write it exactly how you desire from your heart and not some surface crap, because you don't, like, it's time out for that. You're writing surface goals, assuming that you have all day. Okay. Useful. Yes. Using it over and over in life. Good. YouTube. How do you guys feel? Are you there? Are you cool with that? Thanks for the advice and encouragement. This is why I love Lakeisha and Tea Time. I can talk to positive people. Oh, I love it. We all need it from time to time. Thanks for sharing your desire. Go ahead, Rainy Woman. I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and pray, close out. You guys, are you ready? Let me see yes in the comments if you are ready for prayer and the close. If you are ready, let me see yes in the comments. If you are so ready, look at the 123 comments. Wow. Instagram, are you ready? Getting ready. Come on. Get ready. Come on. It's time for prayer. Come to the altar, darlings. I love it, Rokia. Let me see. I mean, I don't know. You ain't trying to get to the prayer. I don't got to pray for you because, you know, I like to pray, but I can keep my prayers. I don't see no comments. Let me see. When will you close the boot camp? Probably Friday or Saturday. Very cool. Very cool. There we go. Okay, we got hearts. We got ready. Head to soul. Life coach says yes. I missed it, but catch you later. No problem. Never late, always on time, right at this time you're here. So this is what you're meant to catch, darling. Meant to catch. Ready, Lala. Rainy Women says ready. Tori says ready. Thank you for the tea. You're welcome, Tori. Here we are. Father God, we thank you so much for this opportunity. We thank you for this amazing day that was not promised to us. We thank you for your grace. Your grace is so sufficient that even, like, I love your grace, God, because we get to write the vision, make it plain, take action, and your grace is enough so that even if it's a quote unquote mistake, it's not a mistake. It's always right where we need to be. You're always there guiding us. So God, show everybody that you never leave them. You don't forsake them. Like that, even when we're in a valley, you are there. And so there's no such thing as a mistake. Let us feel your presence even in our darkest moments, in our highest moments, all the time. Lord, give us the strength, the willpower, give us the guts to follow that flash of inspiration that comes. Give us the guts to write what we really desire, and so that you can show out. Lord, I ask that every single person that's listening to this right now begin to feel your love, an overwhelming love of your presence, oh God, over them. And let them know, Lord God, that you are there. You'll never leave them. You'll never forsake them, that you see their visions and you see their plans. And the fact that the fact is that your plans are bigger than those plans. And it's just going to be amazing. Let them experience you like never before, oh God. I pray that every single person is blessed. Every single person begins to see miracles and signs and wonders, and they begin to turn to you even more as a result of this good tea time that we spend. I'm grateful for the platform. I'm grateful for my voice. I'm grateful to be a blessing to others. And we just ask that they see you and continue to turn to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings on blessings. Is there room for two things? Ministry/online hair extensions website business. Are you asking that for yourself? Like, can you do two things? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. And my question is, I love to show people that they're super, super powerful. So I always want to ask you, what do you feel in your spirit? Because if the desire came to you, then and it's good, what do you feel? Like the same way God talks to me, he talks to you. And those desires, those are good desires. Those things. Think about it. If you love God and you're living and you literally aspire to live a godly life, and your goal is to have the characteristics of God and to grow the kingdom, how does growing it is you starting that business and being an example of God in your business, because your business encounters people. Your business is a vehicle to meet more people. Have a great day, everyone. Lakeisha, bless you. Bless you. Thank you, Rainy Woman. Does that make sense, Carla? So your question is, can it happen? Of course, it came to you. Understand that it came to you. And the thing is, write it all down and trust that the timing is everything. So for me, when it comes to the beauty business, is I made sure the beauty business was sustainable, and then I start working on the other things. Get one thing up and running, and then the other thing, knowing that the other thing is going to happen as well, and the perfect time is going to appear, and you're going to be like, oh, it's time to do the extension website thing, right? So yes, but I bet you already knew the answer to that. And the reason why I say it like that is because I want you to know that you're so smart and God trusts you and the vision was given to you. So you need to just write it out clearly. If I could have it, if I was just celebrating and I was just so excited about what I've accomplished, what does it look like for you to have those two businesses? Amen. Blessings on blessings. Yes. Kathy says blessings to you. Thank you. In Jesus' name, Tanisha says. Tamara says amen. Kathy says yes, yes, yes. Good. Exactly. Kathy says yes. They're answering for you. They're answering for you, Carla. Exactly. Yes is the answer. So totally. And the thing is, put all your attention on your online hair salon, whatever. And then like you naturally are ministering through your business, you guys. And be clear, because some people take ministry and business too far. Like I'm always monetized. Like your business is not a charity. So don't get ministry mixed up to where you feel like you need to be doing like a business is a business and ministry is ministry, right? And there's money to be exchanged in all ways, but understand that a business, you have to be fiscally responsible to your business for it to be successful. And being like, there's nothing wrong with like, this is good tea. Good tea is free, right? This is ministry. And then I also share my offers, and in my business, it's just my business. Some people try to send me messages like, I feel like God's just like gonna bless me and you should just bless me with a class. And I'm like, no, I'm a business. So I'm blessing you with information and you can take action on that. But also, if you want to go further with me in my private business, then you can do that as well by making the investment of whatever the price is. So just make sure you know the difference, because people do try to be like doing the most. Oh, that's interesting. So wake up. I just got on. Hey, boo. Wake up to your greatness. I love it. So yes is the answer to that. Take action. That's the answer. Get into it. I love you all for watching. Check out the Sales Bootcamp, you guys. I'm going to come back live later, whenever, and teach some more stuff as usual, as I do each day. But I thank you for your time. It's not taken for granted, because that's the only thing you can't get back. So I value you for giving it to me during this time and tuning your ear to God's message. So I love you for that. Peace out. LakeishaMichelle.com for any questions, any comments, and any feedback. Bye, YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe. Peace out.